How do I find balance in my life? Okay, yeah. What is exactly the balance? Okay. A balance means like that, work-life balance. Okay, yeah. You probably heard this term. It's not really that complicated. Okay, everyone knows that. All right, yeah. So, balance. Mostly, this balance is actually preferred. Like this word is actually used for this kind of like a terminology, for this kind of. All right, yeah. I'm really good. So, balance. Okay, work-life balance. What is exactly this work-life balance, and how do I supposed to be handle that thing? Okay. Uh well, it's a kind of like a something that ki um very difficult, but not that difficult. Very, I don't know. Okay, let me tell you what exactly happened with my life, and so that I could tell you that. All right, yeah. So while I was doing a job, okay, yeah, I was kind of like a something really doing a 9 to 5 job. Okay, yeah, 9 to 5 job or 8 hours of job. Okay, yeah, 8 9 hours of job. Okay, yeah. So first of all, it's a very complicated to understand. For just let's just understand both the term. Okay, if I'm talking about the balance, then let's talk about the kind of like a work balance. Okay, yeah. So what is actually the work? Work means like that the things that you do. Okay, yeah, at your job or at your things. Okay, yeah. uh, this term work life balance is specifically used for the people who do a job like a employee or some sort of company or business of some sort of company. Okay, yeah. Or kind of like a, yeah, do you get it na? Yeah, the person who is actually kind of like a doing a job that is for that person, that person could use this term. Okay, yeah. You shouldn't supposed to be use this term if you are in the college or if you are in the school. Okay, yeah. Because this kind of like a something learning. Okay, and you shouldn't supposed to be considered it's your work. It's a kind of like a something that key you have to do it. Okay. Okay. So work life balance is actually term is used for the employee, the people are actually doing this for earning money. All right, yeah. So work means like that okay, the things that you do. Okay, it's like working in some sort of company or whatever it is. Okay, yeah, you get it. It's not really hard to understand. Is it? What is life? Life means like that ki besides work, what is actually is this that is called life? Okay, yeah. Like watching movie or kind of like a spending time with your loved ones or family or friends or going to the trip or going whatever it is, so that is called kind of like a something a life. All right, yeah. Or kind of like a something at your home and just doing nothing, that is also kind of like a something also life. Okay, yeah. As also kind of like a just like washing your dishes, like it's like you, I shouldn't supposed to be told cast tell you that ki what is exactly life. You know, probably you are living the life, so yeah, it's your life. Okay, yeah. Now question was that key work life balance, that how do I supposed to find between the balance and this thing. Okay, yeah. Where is this kind of like a something term came from? Okay, yeah. Okay, it's a term came from the people who actually do their job for like a 9 to 8 hours. Okay, yeah. And when they came home, they don't really have any time to spend with their loved ones and nothing really at all. Okay, yeah. The rest of the time is actually spent on their work. Okay, so most of the people are actually saying this thing, or you probably heard this saying this thing ki, like my work life balance is really fucked up. Okay, like I'm living on the weekend and nothing really at all. So is this true? Well, somewhat true, somewhat not true. What do you mean by that? Okay, yeah. So probably you actually say, like you actually heard that some people are actually saying this thing that they don't really have work-life balance, but how much they actually spend their time on their work. Okay, yeah. So basically, if I'm living in Bombay, okay, yeah, And if I'm kind of like a something doing work, okay, Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore, whatever it is, okay, which city, okay, yeah, I'm talking about metro city, na, okay, yeah. So basically is this thing, if you have 8 hours of work, okay, 8 hours of office, then in Bombay or in every kind of like a big city, you have to include 2 hour of travel time, okay, yeah. So 2 hour to go there and 2 hour to came back from office to home, home to office. So that means you are spending 4 hour in traveling, 8 hours in a job. So that means you are spending 12 hours on doing this job and things like that. And then rest of the 12 hour, in that rest of the 12 hour, you are actually spending 8 hours of sleep. Then you just have 4 hour to your entire life. Okay, yeah, just 4 hour to spend your entire life. Okay, yeah. So when the people are actually kind of like spending so much amount of time on kind of like doing a job, getting to their job and travel and everything, and when they came back and when they realize that they have only 4 hour to spend the life, they actually thinking that my work life balance is really not okay. Like basically I'm doing a job for almost like a, like basically 70-80%, or like, and my life is almost like a 20%. But actually you are doing a job just for 8 hours, that's it, okay, nothing. Like you are not doing kind of like a something very crazy job, no. But your travel time is too much, okay, because you are living in metro city and something like that, okay, yeah. So that's why this term came from, this work life balance. All right, yeah, do you get it? Okay, yeah. So I'm going to tell you my experience regarding about how I kind of like manage that thing, okay, yeah. So basically I also kind of like something really do a job in a city, a metro city. And when I was doing a job, okay, yeah, um, same, like basically 8-9 hours of job is a kind of like something equivalent, okay. I'm talking about the private, okay. If you are doing government, then it might be something different, but equivalent, it's not really kind of like a different, okay, yeah. So while I was doing a job, okay, 8 hour 9 hour of job, that's it, okay. When I came home, my travel time is not really that big, okay. Usually it took me almost like a half hour to go there, half hour to get back in there, okay, yeah. Why? Because of that ki I kind of like a shift myself, because I'm living alone. So basically is this thing, I bought the kind of like a something, a room which is kind of like a something close to the office, which is travel time is reduced. So that's why it's kind of like a little less time, so that I have little more time to spend my life, okay, yeah. So if I'm kind of like a spending 9 hours in office, then probably 1 hour for traveling, so that means 10 hour, okay. Then I still have 14 hour to spend, and in that 14 hour, that means I sleep for 8 hours probably. So if I sleep 8 hour, that means I still have like a more than 5 or 6 hour, okay, to do spend my life and everything. All right, yeah. So, so do you think that the things that you are doing is a kind of like a something good work-life balance? Okay, yeah. Like, what is actually good? Like, how do I supposed to like a basically 50-50? Like, basically, the time that I spend on doing work, I also make sure that the time that I spend on doing my life is almost like a 50-50. How do I supposed to do that, or how do I supposed to manage that? Okay, yeah. Okay, it's very hard to understand because you won't be able to do it. Okay, why? Because it's not possible at this world. Okay, like basically in this era, this is not gonna possible. Who the fuck is this kind of like a disturbing me right now? I don't know. Like basically recording artifact during the day is a kind of like a something so much disturbance from there and there and there and there. Whatever. Okay, so this is my experience, okay, but basically where I was, okay, I was actually telling you about this thing ki, um, like what is actually work life balance, okay, like what exactly is this thing, where is this kind of like a term came from and something like that. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna tell you my experience regarding about stuff, okay, yeah. Usually when I was doing a job, okay, yeah, I was spending almost like a 8-9 hour, okay, of doing a job and travel everything, okay. I'm include 10 hour, okay, yeah. And after I 10 hours spend in a job, I still have 14 hour to spend, okay. But I still think that I didn't really have work life balance, okay. why I'm saying this thing? Okay, let me example to you. Okay, yeah. So basically, is this thing, I was actually doing a job in another city. Okay, all my friends, families, and all the relatives are actually at my hometown. Okay, yeah. So basically, is this thing, if I want to kind of like spend time with those people, I have to come back to hometown. All right, right. So basically, what is actually happened? Okay, that key, if I want to spend time with my loved ones or family member or friend or something like that, I have to come back home every weekend and spend some time with those people. Okay, yeah. And basically, I consider that ki when I came home, I spending my life. Okay, yeah. Because when I was in that particular city, okay, and in that metro city, I don't really have any friend, I don't really have anything. It's just like I'm just doing a job and that's it. Okay, yeah. So my perception is changed. My perception was that ki when I was at the home, I'm actually living my life, and when I am doing my work over there, it's kind of like a something nothing. It's just a work and that's it at all. Okay, yeah. So in entire week, okay, I'm actually doing a work for almost like a 5 6 day. Okay, and in Sunday or in Saturday Sunday in weekend, I usually go my hometown and kind of like spend some time with my family and friends and everything. Okay, so look at the chart. Okay, in a 7 days of week, I actually spending 5 days in a work and 2 days with families and friends and everything. Okay, so probably my work is kind of like a bigger than my life. Okay, yeah, because basically I'm consider that ki spending life with your families and your loved ones is kind of like a something is my life. So basically is this thing, in 7 days of week I'm actually spending 5 days on kind of like a doing my work and 2 days are actually doing kind of like a something in my life. So basically my work life balance is kind of like a something not good. Okay, yeah. Okay, so is it bad? Is it kind of like a something bad? Well, it's not bad. Okay, yeah. Why? Because let me tell you one thing na ki um right now I am at the age of like when I got the job, my age was 24. Okay, 23, 24. And at this age, at that age, you have to be hustle. Okay, you have to hustle, you have to do a job. Because let me tell you one thing now ki this is a kind of like a something age, at the age of early 20s and late 20s, this is a kind of like a something age that you have a lot of strength and energy and everything. Okay, yeah. And you should supposed to be spend that much energy and everything into your work. Because of that ki after you cross 50 or after you cross 40, you don't really have that much energy. Okay, yeah. Then what I'm trying to tell you is this thing, that ki at the beginning you will gonna hustle a lot regarding about work. Every company, whoever the person, how smart you are or how kind of like is this thing, at the beginning you have to be hustle. You have to be kind of like a spend like basically for the company for like 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours of job and everything. Okay, yeah. Why? Because first of all you have that energy. Another thing is that ki you have little less responsibility. Okay, yeah. When you married and when you cross at the age of 40, you have a lot of responsibility regarding about your home, people, wife, everything. So when you handle that responsibility, you don't really have a time to do your work and something like that. Okay, yeah. And as also is this thing, at this age, at that age, okay, means like that ki at the age of early 20s, you are kind of like a previously, means like couple of year ago, you are kind of like a doing a college. Okay, so when you are doing a college, you are kind of like enjoying your life like top of the most. Yeah, you have kind of like a couple of exams, but you are kind of like enjoying your life really great. Okay, and suddenly you got a job and your life is actually shifted from kind of like enjoyment to kind of like a terrible situation. Okay, that you are thinking that key, like while I was doing a job, like, while I was doing a college, I was kind of like a really free, really kind of like a things that I wanted to do. But right now after I get a job, I don't really have any kind of like a life. I don't really have any time to do anything at all. Okay, yeah. So all the reason and everything that I kind of like mentioned earlier is kind of like a leading you to only one thing: work life balance. That ki basically is this thing that ki I am doing job for almost like a 5 days per week, but I'm getting my life only on weekend. So that's why I'm kind of like a living my life only on weekend, and that's it. Okay, yeah. So that's why most of people are kind of like a referring this term that I don't really have any kind of like a something work life balance. Okay, yeah. So is it a problem? um well, it's not a problem. Okay, yeah. Because as I mentioned earlier, who you are, what you are, this is gonna happen. Okay, like at the beginning of the career, you will gonna face this challenge, and it you have to face this challenge. It's really essential for you. Because of that, after you cross 40, you won't be able to do almost like 8 hours of work and nothing really at all. Another thing is that you don't really have that much energy. Another thing is that you have kind of like an entire experience of all those decade of experience regarding about what is actually work and everything. Okay, yeah. And basically is this thing, the thing at the early 20s, you are kind of like a facing that challenge about doing a job and work life balance, is because of that at the previous, when you are in college, things might be something very different, but right now things are very complicated. Okay, so it's kind of like a something your mind. Okay, it's your mind. Okay, yeah. It's your mind is actually kind of like a shifting that telling you that you are not getting time for your life and everything. Okay, yeah. And that's why you are kind of like a thinking that I don't really have work life balance. Okay, and then you are started believing that, then all the kind of like a some assumption and kind of like everything is kind of like a pointing out towards that you are not getting any work life balance and nothing really at all. Okay, yeah. So is it a problem? It's not a problem. But like basically is this thing, I am doing a job. Okay, I'm still not getting any kind of like a something time to spend with my life, time to spend on my life. So what should I supposed to do? How do I supposed to manage this thing? Okay, yeah. Well, first of all is that now there are a couple of things you have to do it. Okay, first of all, perspective, that is most essential thing. Example, um like I don't know, but might be I experience a lot. Okay, yeah. So basically when I was a child, okay, when my father came home from the office, they usually don't do their thing. Okay, means like that they just came, they just kind of like a just kind of like a do shower and everything. Okay, yeah. They just tired, they just eat and they just sleep. That's it. They don't really do anything at all. Okay, why? Because of that, key, basically is this thing, we actually think that they are really tired because my father is actually doing a job, so they might gonna tired, so basically let them sleep. Okay, yeah. But the problem is that problem is not, the problem is not that, problem is this thing they don't really have anything to spend time. What do you mean by that? What exactly is this thing? Okay, yeah. So if I'm gonna say life, okay, yeah, means like that like what makes my life is so beautiful is depend on couple of things. First of all, money. Yeah, definitely. Okay, but it's not entirely depend on money. Yeah, but it is depend on money too. Okay, yeah, but just part. Okay, there are so many things are kind of like a represent how good is your life. Okay, money, relationship, and basically is this thing money and relationship. Okay, first of all let's talk about the money that you are getting. So you are not have kind of like a something little less amount of money. No, you are getting money. So yeah, because you are doing a job, you are getting money. The problem is relationship. Okay, what's the relationship? So basically is this thing when you cross 30 or kind of like a 35, you are kind of like a make little little make people like you are kind of like a making little less friend. Yeah, little less friend. Okay, yeah. Like while you are doing a job, sorry, while you are doing college or school, you have a lot of friends, lot of friends probably. Okay, yeah. But when you are doing a job, you have very less friend. Okay, or very less friend are remaining. Okay, because you are not making that many friends, and whatever the friends that you have is kind of like a detached from you because of the work and everything and stress and don't have time and everything. Okay, yeah. So what I'm trying to tell you, the life makes so beautiful is because of the people around you. Okay, yeah. Obviously it's this thing, you are getting married, so you have your wife and everything. Okay, yeah. But one of the most important thing that makes our life is really beautiful is a happiness. Okay, yeah. And happiness is mostly came from the friend. Yeah, let me tell you one thing, mostly came from friend. Like basically is this thing, 60 to 70% of this happiness kind of like a came from the people mostly from friends, yeah, family to kind of like a your significant other to, yeah, basically co-worker too, but mostly almost like a 60% of the kind of like a something happiness is actually consumed by the friends. Okay, yeah. And after you cross 30 or 35, you are making little less friend. Okay, and whatever the friends that you have is kind of like a detached because of your job and everything, not getting time. So basically is this thing that ki my father was kind of like a lay down because of that ki they are not tired, yeah, they are tired, yeah, they are tired, and like there is no, but my father don't really have any kind of like a stuff to do, like they are not spending time with their friends and something like that. Okay, yeah. So that makes their life is really bad. Somewhat, yeah, somewhat true. Okay, yeah. Because of that ki if you have a friend, okay, if you have a friend, they are kind of like a close by, you are kind of like a make some sort of plan, go somewhere else, make your life, okay, yeah, like go to the trip or go somewhere else, like this kind of like a make your life is as good as possible as you can. Okay, yeah. If you don't really have your friend, then how do you get the happiness? Okay, yeah. And then basically you don't really have any reason to live, because your life is just like come home, eat something, sleep, probably watch some sort of TVs or mobile and everything, and that's it. Another day just go to the office, that's it. So basically is this thing that ki your life is kind of like a something non-existence after you cross 30, 35, 40. Okay, yeah. Because there is nothing to tell or nothing to kind of like a something experience. Okay, yeah. Like whatever the friends that you have, mostly they are co-worker, and like a very less friend from the college and nothing really at all. Okay, yeah. What is exactly friend? Okay, yeah. A friend means like that ki not only you spend time with those people, but as also fun of them, kind of like a something be like you don't really worry about kind of like a saying something really good or bad stuff, or kind of like a something you just connected, you just want to kind of like a something not judging anything, and you just accept that particular person, that is called kind of like a something friend. In a co-worker you won't be able to get that particular feeling, because in the co-worker you know that ki this person is actually you will met in your office, so probably sometime you will gonna face some sort of problem and everything, and I don't know. Okay, like basically is this thing the connection between friend and connection between the co-worker. I think that ki connection between friend is exactly far more deeper, far more greater than connection between the co-worker. Okay, yeah. But it's up to you, is your surrounding and is your co-worker is really friendly, then probably this might be really good. Okay, it's really great, up to you. Okay, yeah. So what I'm trying to tell you is this thing that work life balance is a problem. No, it's not a problem. Okay, it's not a problem. Okay, yeah. So if I'm not have any time for my life, then basically what should I supposed to do? It's not. Okay, first of all, it's not a problem. Another thing is that ki you're not getting any time for your life is because of that ki you just came from college and school and everything, and you are actually spending lot more time with your friends, so and suddenly you are doing job and you are getting little less time with your friend, so that's why you are thinking that you don't really have any life. Okay, yeah. This perspective is changed after you cross 30, 35, 40, because at that time you have little less friend and more actually work. That's it. Okay, yeah. So it's just a perspective. Okay, it's a perspective of that key, like I'm not getting anything at all, or I don't really have any life, so that's why it's something like that. Okay, yeah. Okay. Another thing. Okay, yeah. Like basically is this thing, you are doing a job. Okay, you are spending 10 hours of day in your doing a job. Okay, yeah. And you wanted to kind of like live your life. How do I supposed to make my life is good, great? Okay, first of all is that you have a friend, accept that thing and privilege yourself that you have a friend. Trust me, it's a really essential, because right now this is 2024. Okay, like at the time I'm recording this is the 2024. In the future people will make very less friend. Let me tell you one thing na ki usually 200 year ago we have a lot of friend. Okay, but right now we have very less friend. Is this because of that ki we have kind of like a something that ki like a dilemma or something, that I don't know what is exactly is this thing, but is this thing na ki in the future we will have very less friend. Okay, yeah, very less friend, yeah. So make sure that ki whatever the friends that you have in from the college or from the things, just attach with those people, talk to them, do some sort of thing, like a make some sort of like a plan to go there and there and there. It's essential. Okay, you don't should you shouldn't supposed to be considered that ki it's it's kind of like a something not important, like a like mostly is this thing at the age of like a late 20s or late 30s, you are kind of like considered like you are a very egoistic person at that time. Yeah, why should I supposed to spend time, why would I supposed to call him or call this friend or that friend, like you are actually thinking like that. Okay, yeah. And it's kind of like a something human emotions, but you put your ego aside and just like talk to your friend. Okay, and probably just think, make something plan to go somewhere else, like spend some time with each other. Okay, yeah. In that particular situation, when you spend with that particular person, you are kind of like a something connect with that person, and as also is this thing that ki you are building a relation. Okay, and that relation will kind of like a something giving you little bit of happiness, and that is the most important thing for your life, happiness. Okay, yeah. And if that happiness, and mostly that happiness is came from the friends, family too, co-worker too, yeah. But mostly is this family, mostly is friend. How? हो जी. हो. हो. पाणी आणू का वरती? पाणी आणू वरती? पाणी आता आंघोळ तू कर बांगली नंतर करी. हो. पुसतो मी. पुसून टाक. हो पुसतो मी. थांबा. So this is okay, yeah. So basically uh, so this is what kind of like a something work life balance, everything, like maybe this is my point of perspective. Okay, might be I'm completely wrong, might be I'm completely like not know what is actually this thing, or might be I'm kind of like a little less experienced than you. Okay, yeah. But I think this is my opinion. Okay, what do you think? It's up to you. I don't know. All right, so this is it. I should supposed to be end here, and thank you.